BTT FDMC 1984 asked, "Can you show how the Big Belter works? It would be nice to see what makes it tick." Let's take a look. The white launchers on the Big Belter slide back until they lock into the start button. Push the start button and away your vehicle goes. On the underside, you can see that the launcher is rubber band powered. Speed control knobs allow you to adjust speed by tensioning the rubber bands. There are two speed controls on the front, one for each lane. The front of the white launchers have plastic tabs for Rumblers motorcycles. The track rack for each bike have hooks at the front which fit on the launcher, like so. Cars sit at the back of the launcher and are pushed by their rear bumpers down the track. In the middle of the Big Belter, you can see a white extension piece attached to the launcher. These activate the red light function on the matchmaker. The matchmaker has metal rods at its base. If the metal rod in lane 1 is pushed in, a red light results. The matchmaker has two back tabs and one front tab to lock it into position in the Big Belter. Now, if lane 2 jumps the start early, you get a red light. Several people have expressed interest in buying a Big Belter for their own races. There's one thing to be aware of. A lot of today's cars don't work all that well. Here's why. As Hot Wheels suspension systems changed over the years, the chassis undercarriages changed with it. New cars have large half-moon wheel protectors, and the distance between wheels have become shorter. That means the cars are running over the launcher tabs of the Big Belter and becoming unstable. You can see the same thing again on this Grand Sport, the half-moon wheel protectors and the short distance in between them. Old cars, like this well-used 1969 Torero from my childhood collection, have smooth undercarriages and widely spaced tires. You can see the same thing on this 1969 twin mill that also came from my childhood days. Some new cars do work on the Big Belter. I ran this white Mazda Furai on a previous video because it races so well. It has a smooth undercarriage and widely spaced tires. So to show you the difference between new chassis and old chassis design, I'm going to run the front row of cars against the back row. I spent the afternoon doing this and had lots of good races. The old chassis cars in lane 1 were always stable. But here are some selected races with the best lane 2 action from the new chassis cars. Well, lane 1 was usually stable. This is the only time the Furai did a sideways slide. Let's do that again. So there you have it, the 1971 Big Belter workings. It's still fast, still fun. Oh, and if you think you have to be careful choosing a new car to run on the Big Belter, it's tougher with the new motorcycles.